Yo, it's Lux, and welcome to My Hive Story. This is part 3 of the series, and if you didn't see the previous ones, I recommend you do. There will be a link in the description, or just click the little eye in the top right corner. So yeah, let's get right into it. Things were on the bright side for me at the time. I met loads of new people, my YouTube channel was growing, and so many other cool things like Susie upgrading my rank from gold to diamond and then eventually to emerald. And to this day, I'm so freaking thankful for that. It just meant so much to me. She's amazing for doing that, and I think she's probably the reason that people even know me. Around about March 2015, probably even earlier than that, US Hive was a thing, and for some reason I wanted US Hive to, be more active and get more players and stuff. I think it didn't get a lot of players because most of the community was playing on the EU servers, and even though they had bad ping there, they didn't want to leave their friends and, start fresh, I guess. I remember I was calling people over to the US Hive, into Trouble Mineville actually, and I managed to get a whole lobby playing. I know, pretty crazy, a whole lobby on US Hive. I remember typing in the hub chat, come join US Hive Trouble Mineville and you'll get free cookies and shirts. But I made a typo and I misspelled shirts, missing the R. And I guess you can tell what that spells. It was so freaking embarrassing because I did it multiple times as well. And it was an accident, I promise. It was probably the most embarrassing moment ever. Fortunately, though, I didn't get muted, which is good. Like, everything and everyone has their ups and downs, good and bad. Maybe about April, start of May, for me, things started to go downhill again. Reason being because during April and like I said start of May, my mum and stepdad weren't on the best terms. They were arguing about everything, every little tiny thing, to the point where they nearly got divorced. It really affected me in real life and obviously in game too. I started playing less, mainly to keep up with YouTube, but even that ended after a while. I did manage to nearly record 50 episodes of survival games though, which for me is a pretty big milestone, I guess. But I got bored of that and it ended. But yeah, usually my parents sorted themselves out, but this time it was different. So I had to look out for them since I'm the oldest in the family. I hope that maybe I could have done something, and I don't know if I actually did, but in the end, everything got resolved. During that month or so break, I would check the forums once in a while. Apart from that, I wasn't active at all. In early June though, things got a little better and I got back online and I saw that US Hive was still struggling and didn't have a lot of players at all. So I thought to myself, hey, maybe if I applied for mod, I could have more of an influence. So I applied for moderator and I managed to get accepted on the 14th of June 2015. I still didn't upload anything to YouTube at the time, but I was fairly active in game. Of course, that wasn't the main reason that I applied for mod, not just to make Hive a thing, Hive became kind of like my home server because, well, I always played on it and MCSG was in the past, so yeah. Hive was my main server that I played on, so I felt like I was part of the community, so I wanted to give back to it, and becoming mod was part of that. I also met Pears in the early summer. Her name's Brandy. She's from America and she's very talented at art. She actually drew me a couple of drawings and they looked freaking amazing. We played for a bit and her personality is so funny. It's so bouncy and it was just really fun playing with her. But eventually that kind of stopped because of some reasons I'll mention later. Obviously, when I got mod, I tried reviving US Hive, but no matter how hard I tried, things didn't work out in the end. Eventually, US Hive just shut down since there wasn't enough players playing and it was just a waste of money to, keep the server running. To be honest, I think they could have pulled it off if they gave it more attention and time, but they didn't and it just died. I got a couple of Trouble in Mineville games going, but that wasn't enough and yeah, it just failed. In about July 2015, I started recording again, but that wouldn't last for too long. Anyway, there was this one video that did really well. It was a video I recorded with my really good friend Sydney. I met her back in the late 2014 and since then we're still friends. The video was just me and her playing together as a traitor in Trouble Mineville. We got a lot of kills and obviously a lot of points, and yeah, it was just a good video. Shortly after, Skywars came out on the Hive and I found it extremely cool how they put their own twist on the game mode, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. In about 3 days I played 30 games. Maybe now it doesn't seem like a lot, but back then it was. And the cool thing about that, I won most of my games, probably more than half. Nowadays, like I said, it's not that big of a deal, I guess. Of course, I recorded my first impression of Skywars, and for some reason the owners used my video and put it on their main Hive website. It was super crazy and I was so excited. I even told my parents about it because the video hit 1,000 views in about 5 days. And for me back then, it was just absolutely mind-blowing. I got so much traffic from it, I couldn't handle it. I didn't want to miss my chance, and I uploaded more Skywars videos to, you know, keep people's attention so they stick around and, you know, like my videos and check my older videos out and subscribe and yeah, just stick around. But in the end of July, I had a planned trip going back to Latvia to, you know, visit my family again. I tried pre-recording some videos, but that didn't really work out too well. So I even took my PC to Latvia, but it didn't work there for some reason. My guess was because the cabling in the house was not good enough, since it was a countryside house in the middle of nowhere and it was really old. So I think there wasn't enough power to, you know, boot up my PC. I figured this out because when I took it to the repairs people in town center, they had no problem turning it on. But in my house, in my old house, it just wouldn't boot up. So that failed, and for me it was really frustrating because I lost my chance of, you know, growing my channel and getting some popularity of it, so that sucked. But obviously life goes on and more chances might arise for me. Maybe. Anyway, so a lot of the summer I spent in Latvia. I came back in about late August. I played September, October. I was doing, you know, mod stuff and just whatever I wanted. But on November 8th, 2015, I resigned as mod. College was quite stressful, and I think at the time I played different games with my college buds, so basically I didn't have enough time to, you know, moderate the Hive. So yeah, I resigned. Not sure if that was a good decision, but I managed to finish college with the highest, or one of the highest grades, which is distinction. I did games development in college, but mainly focusing on the 3D modeling aspect, and I did quite well, so I guess it worked out. I kept playing on the Hive still, not being too active, still playing, you know, minding my own business. But eventually my activity would slowly diminish, and probably around about late January, start February, maybe even April 2016, I would log on to Hive just to, you know, talk to some people. Hive got pretty boring, and even Minecraft got boring, and eventually I stopped playing Minecraft as a whole. I got caught up in other things in real life that were important to me at the time, but I missed the bigger picture, which in the end, it just turned into a train wreck and was just not a good time for me. Of course, during that long break, I did a lot of cool stuff, but it's not part of the Hive story, so I'll leave that out for now. I became very distant with all my online friends, which I regret, and I wish I could go back and change that, but unfortunately I can't. Anyway, I wasn't active on Hive for roughly about a year-ish, and I didn't play Minecraft at all for nearly half a year, but of course I returned to Hive once again, and I also started doing YouTube. I got in contact with lots of people that I knew from before, some of which left Hive, but many of which still played, and I talk to them to this day. On the 31st of January 2017, I uploaded on my main channel a video game that's called Momodora Reverie Under the Moonlight. I decided not to upload Minecraft videos on my main channel because I always wanted it to be a kind of general gaming channel and not just Minecraft. So since I unlisted all my videos back then, I thought I could just, you know, start fresh. I also made a Minecraft channel, a secondary channel, just in case I would, start uploading Minecraft again. During the middle of March, I was back on Hive and playing Minecraft. I recorded a Skywars video to my Minecraft channel, on which you're watching this video on right now. I still have my main channel to where I upload other games, so if you want, you can check that out. Krev, or Fion, started playing with me since my return to Hive, and I actually recorded a couple of videos with her where we played Sky Giants and Trouble Mineville together, and it was really fun to play with her, since most of our talks is just like never-ending banter. It's been a few months since I'm back playing Minecraft and being active on the Hive server, slightly longer since I'm back online playing other games and such. But now it's the beginning of May 2017 and I'm going to see where things go from here. Maybe I'll make another video continuing on from this point, and maybe you'll be part of that. There's a lot of other people in this video which I didn't mention, but made my Hive journey, my Hive experience a lot better. A lot of these people I know by name, like Marta, Marcus, Jade, Nikki, Adam, Sam, Millie, Kathy, Jess, Ethan, Sarah, Riley, Jolene, Martin, Kayleen, Casey, Ralph, and many more people, too many to mention in this one video. There were of course some other people that I don't know by name, people like Selbrin, Xiuna, Mr. Nick 1998, Miko 990, CatQ. They all made my Hive experience much better and more exciting. Like talking to me in game, playing with me, supporting my YouTube channel and liking my videos and such. A great big thank you to all of them, and of course all the other people too that I didn't mention in this video. I think you know who you are and you're amazing for that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video, and if you do have your own story to tell or some experiences, write them down in the comments below or on the forum or anywhere else you're watching this video on. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.